we decided to take a cruise from New York on the Carnival Venezia, one of the new ships that Carnival acquired from Costa. They took it, remodeled it, and launched it as cruising Italian style. And so this video, we start our trip by going from the JFK airport to the port over at Pier 88 in Manhattan. To get there, we even went through Times Square. It was so cool, such a neat drive, but it took us 2 hours to go 8 miles. Kind of crazy. So the traffic itself was pretty intense, but this is our trip on the Carnival Venezia. And don't worry, we're gonna have lots more to come, so make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're gonna have lots of videos in this series. All right, we made it to Pier 88, the baggage drop off. Our Uber was able to take us right up to the second level, and now we're heading in. Okay, so we're in the terminal, and I can't video a whole lot going through security, but there is a regular line, and we are in the priority. We're getting ready to board the ship, going up the gangway. Here we go. All in all, our pre-boarding process took us about an hour and 20 minutes. So make sure you get to the cruise port early because you just never know. Their systems went down, and so it definitely delayed things, but we are so, fix my hair here. But we are so excited to finally be boarding the ship. Made it onto deck 8, and we are going to go down forward because we have the most forward cabin absolutely possible. But look at this ship. This ship is gorgeous. Someone was talking about the hallways being a little more narrow, and honestly I don't really feel that at all. I think it's just the coloring of the wood paneling and just the way it juts out a little bit more. So if that was a concern, I wouldn't be concerned about that, but even the artwork, it's beautiful. So we are here on deck 8. We do have the most forward cabin, and then next to us is actually the bridge. So we are almost at our cabin here. Here it is. We are in 8206, and if we went forward, it says crew only. This is actually the bridge. So pretty cool. We're gonna go in and we got our sail and sign cards already here at the door for us. So Joel's gonna do the honors of opening up our cabin for the first time this cruise. All right, so we are walking into our cabin, and when you first get in, you do have a closet here and on the right side, and we have some hanging spots. This is where our safe is located. Oh, somebody left a shirt behind, so we might have a new Banana Republic shirt to wear for the cruise. But there's a safe, 3 drawers. This is where our life jackets are. Somebody brought extra hangers, so that's kind of funny. And then of their own from home. So normally you just have the wood hangers. And what's funny about that is those other ones are gonna clink quite a bit, so we're gonna get rid of those. And then we have a full-size mirror. And then there is a Joel. He comes free of charge with every room. I mean, he's kind of expensive. One thing to note is you do need to have a card in that slot right there as he's demonstrating in order to keep the lights on in the cabin. On our left here, we have our standard Carnival bathroom, but this is a newer ship, so we actually don't have one of those gross shower curtains. We have a glass shower door, which is so cool. And as we go down, it does look slightly bigger to the space just because of that. And look at this sink. This looks so nice with this new updated mirror. The finishings feel nicer than a normal Carnival cruise ship. So very cool. So we're now, you get all your towels. There's a little more extra space. They have a makeup mirror. And then out here, we do have our vanity with, there's a small hair dryer. The water was not included. I had that delivered to a cabin separate. So there's all that. I do get one free one because I have platinum status. but we have 2 lamps. I believe there's a USB port. There's 2 USB ports next to the bed, which is fantastic. That's like a huge upgrade from a normal Carnival ship. So you can actually charge in more than one spot in this cabin. And then we have our mini bar fridge here that is just a fridge. So there's a mini bar, just a regular fridge, nothing in it. It's not real cold. And then our TV and some more storage space. And then we have this like oddly huge chair, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if that's supposed to be in here or not. So I don't think that that is. I think that's gonna be coming out of here. We also have USB ports here and the European plug. And then behind here we have, and 2 regular plugs, the European plug, and I don't know what this 220 volt is, but there is a 220 volt. And then we have our phone. All right, our luggage has arrived at our cabin already, which is great. So it is only 2:45. We are now on the stairs, headed to our muster station. We were on deck 8 and we're headed to 4. And because of the complicated elevator system, I think we're gonna be taking the stairs quite a bit this trip, but also going down a lot easier than going up. Our first meal of the cruise is gonna be pizza from Pizzeria del Capitano. It's one of my favorite things to do is to get pizza the first day. It just sets the tone for the whole cruise. Haven't sailed away yet. I'd say it's probably 40 degrees out because it's starting to get a little chilly. And behind us is all of Manhattan. Wow. This view is absolutely incredible. And if you know me, you know that it's really hard for me to pass up the sail away party, but look at the views. This is incredible, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna sail out of New York again. So this is something I didn't wanna like miss. And on the other side of the ship, we have the sunset over Manhattan. So this is absolutely gorgeous, and this is one of those things that I can do a party another night. So as much as I really wanna be out there dancing and having a good time like a normal Carnival cruise party, look at this. It's so absolutely gorgeous. So. So we made it back to our room. It was so bitter cold. My hands are red and numb. My nose is red, and I thankfully brought my earmuffs. So if you're going to do a winter cruise out of New York City, highly recommend you wear your thickest winter coat, gloves. I didn't bring a scarf, I wish I had. And my earmuffs were the best thing possible because it kept my whole head nice and warm. So make sure you wear a nice warm hat and all of the things. But I have to say, and I definitely got emotional during the sailaway for personal reasons and just for seeing the city from the Hudson River. Like, that was absolutely breathtaking. We got to see the Statute of Liberty. That's my first time seeing the Statute of Liberty in person. So very exciting. It was super cool. And during sunset, that was enough to make this cruise just absolutely worth it. Yeah, it's a little cold and we're not gonna be able to enjoy the upper deck areas probably tomorrow during our first sea day. And I skipped the sail away party, which is not something I normally would do. You know, that's like one of my favorite highlights of the trip. But this was 100% worth it, and definitely is going to be in top 5 most memorable memories. Just one of those core memories that we made And as we sailed away down on the Lido deck, we heard Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys and some Italian opera, some Andrea Bocelli, and just the song New York from Frank Sinatra. So they really amped up the New York theme as you sailed away, and it just made it so immersive, so amazingly cool. Okay, we are checked in for dinner, and it says it's a less than a 10-minute wait, so we're gonna go ahead and start heading that way because it might take us some time to get to the dining room. So we're going to go all the way to the aft of the ship to the Grand Canal restaurant, and since it's our time seating, we're gonna go and have our meal, just the two of us. So we're excited. Made it into the main dining room. This is where we're gonna do our your time dining. Super pretty.
Look at that. You're gonna have a live piano.
Oh, that'd be so cool. This is the vegetarian plate tonight for the Indian food, and I got like rice, and then Joel got a steak along with the Indian vegetarian plate as well. Okay, so I got the tiramisu for dessert. It looks a little different than our last time we were on a cruise, and it has what looks like some sort of espresso sauce. Caramel maybe? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Okay, so in total, it took about 2 hours for our dinner. I would give my Indian plate a 6 out of 7 scrummies. It was super good. Definitely a staple here on any Carnival ship. Highly recommend it if you're into vegetarian and or Indian food. The other thing is the tiramisu. That was a 7 out of 7 scrummies. I've had the tiramisu on other ships and it just was not as good as this one. So I don't know if it's because we're cruising Italian style, but they nailed it. It looks like they were serving it here on deck as well. It was a little hard to film in that dining room because of the way the tables are. We were actually seated separately, but right next to someone. So it was a little bit harder to film. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that for dinners, but that's why we came up to the buffet to kind of give you an idea of what they had up here. The menu was different than what we had in the dining room. Similar ingredients, but a little different. This looked good, and I think we may be considering other options for dinner just because of how long it took in the main dining room. 2 hours is kind of a long time, but it was still good. And tomorrow is going to be captain's night, so we're probably gonna partake in that. And let's see what else we can find. So we got fruit bar to make some fruit salad and some cookies. And they're serving the tiramisu up here on deck too, and they have a strawberry parfait. It's called Chocolate Intensity. And a peach mango yogurt cake. Salad bar going. And bread service. More salad toppings. They actually have quite a few salad toppings. The dressing, the smoked poblano and corn soup. And then this says Greasy BC, which I think is the rice that I had, or very similar, in the dining room. They have the vegetable lasagna, grilled bassa filet, chicken. Again, they have like umbrellas and lanterns, and in the grass is the carpet. It's really cool looking. The vibe is really like relaxed still, but kind of, it's just nicer. It just looks nicer. This is the nicest Lido deck I've seen. They have like glass on display. Looks like Murano maybe.
Oh.
It's beautiful. It's really cool. This is our first look here at the Lido deck pool. And on the side where we normally would have Blue Iguana Cantina, we have Pomodoro Mexican Italian fusion. And the rumor is that it is the same menu as Blue Iguana, but enhanced. They have extra things. But you know where I'm headed tomorrow for breakfast is to get those arepas. And then they have the toppings bar that goes with it. This is so cool. Looks like they're watching Coco. And currently we're sailing in the cold, so we have this dome, which is great. And this is a pretty good sized pool, although it is the only pool on this Lido deck section. But everything looks really cool, actually. Instead of a second bar on the lower level here, we have a Java Blue coffee, and then the bar is on this side of the pool deck. So they have chairs ready for us, and we're actually going to be watching the football game here shortly.